I'm 26 years old. I turned 27 in 2 weeks. And if you're in your 20s, specifically your early 20s, even your late teens, I need you to watch this video and digest every single word I'm about to say. In my early 20s, my late teens, I truly wasted so much of my potential. I wasted so much time. During this time, I was working out all the time. I used to work out high, sometimes even drunk, but that was the one thing that was consistent for me during this time. So much of this time I spent with people and friends doing the most dumb ass shit you can even imagine. Driving around, smoking weed, stopping by the stoplight, pulling a GB mid stoplight, hitting that, continuing to drive, just being a complete delinquent. There were so many possibilities, so many dreams, so many different things I could have done during this time. Going to the club every single weekend, wasting my time, wasting my potential. If you're in your early 20s right now, you have to understand that this is your time to separate yourself. This is your time to create a bigger dream, a vision for yourself that you can follow, that you can be in the mindset to create something for yourself. Because let me tell you guys something. This time shit goes by so fast. It goes by so fast. And by the time you know it, you blink and you're 25. By the time you blink, you're 30, 40, 50. If I were to go back and see my stupid 20-year-old self, I would literally grab him by the fucking neck and I would just yell at him and tell him to do so much better. And a lot of us, we think we're doing fine. You know, during this whole time, I've been working, I've been trying different things. I was always working out, but I was so immature. I was so clouded by the weed. I was so, had so much angst in myself where I just could not see what other people were trying to tell me. During this time, I did not give a fuck what anybody was telling me, and not in the right way. I refused to listen to people who truly wanted the best for myself. And I want to tell you guys, if you're in a space like that right now, or you're in a space where you don't feel happy with your life, you have to get to the point where you have to fix that. You have to grow up. So much time was wasted. All those times at the clubs, the thousands of hours I spent smoking with so called friends who literally do not exist in my life anymore. I could have been using that time to create my future. I'm 26 years old now. Yeah, I have a good job. I got a car, have a place to live. But the expectation is so low, and no one's going to expect nothing from you. And you have to expect 1,000 times more from yourself. Just because people are in their 20s, their 30s, whatever, it doesn't even matter what age they're at, but just because other people expect so little of themselves does not mean that you have to expect so little of yourself. I would grab his fucking neck. If I would right now, if I could go back in time and grab 19-year-old, 20-year-old Janu's neck, I would fucking do it. And I would fucking scream at him and tell him to stop doing all the dumbass shit. Stop getting off work and going to go fucking smoke and bullshit. Create something. Let me tell you guys something. There's people that you watch right now that you've been watching for years who were not doing that shit. And guess where they're at? They're in their mid 20s, early 20s, doing fantastic for themselves. Not just for themselves, they're able to provide opportunities, resources, money, whatever it is to others. They're able to amplify other people's lives. And your selfish ass keeps on smoking, keeps on hanging out with a bunch of girls, keeps on not self improving. And then you get to an age where you're like, holy shit, everyone has lapped you multiple times and they keep on lapping you. They keep on lapping you because they've built so much momentum. They've built such a stable base. Whereas to yourself, you were fucking around. You were not doing the best that you could have done. It's always expected of us, especially in, American society, right? Go to school, get a good job, have a good group of friends. But we can do so much more. We can be so much more. It's not just about going to school, getting a degree. Being average is not about that shit. It's about being the best that we possibly can on a day-to-day basis every single day, impacting as many lives as we can. Being somebody, something for the next generation to aspire to be. It can't be a selfish motive completely. You have to think about others. You have to think about what is your goal? What is the legacy that you want to leave on this earth? I've been personal training since my early 20s. I've been down this road. That's what I'm doing right now. But I know I can do so much more. I can be so much more. And I could have created that years ago. I could have created what I'm doing right now years ago. Just because someone else is at your age and they don't give a fuck about creating their future, that does not mean that you have to be like that. These same people will be in the same positions for the rest of their life because they do not have the capacity to understand what I'm speaking about. They're comfortable. They think that making this type of amount of money, living whatever type of lifestyle is okay with them. And for some people, that's fine. But for me, I always wanted to be extraordinary. I always wanted to be great in whatever sense that was for me. I always wanted to become something greater than what was around me. I promise you, if you're watching this video right now, you've probably wasted so much time. You've probably wasted months, potentially years of your life doing dumbass shit, as I did. A lot of us, we think we're doing so much, but we're doing so little. And we're so clouded by the drugs. We're so clouded by the women. We're so clouded by the opinions of others that we don't even see how little we're doing. We don't even see that we are a fraction, a tiny percentage of what we could actually be. I'm super passionate about this because there's so much more I could have been, I could have done. And yes, I'm making these actions now. Yes, I'm taking these steps now. I'm creating these videos now. If you've seen in my previous videos, yes, I stopped smoking weed this past summertime, completely finished. I'm doing a what's it called? Dry year, no alcohol for the whole year, and potentially for longer too. I stopped all the vices that were keeping me down, keeping me low. I haven't been to the club in years. I don't give a fuck about going to the club because I'm trying to build something. I'm building something now. Bars and shit. I don't drink, so I don't care about going out. I don't care about the Super Bowl. I think is tomorrow. I don't care. I don't give a shit about all the extra noise. I don't care. I do not care. I don't care about what other people are saying and dramas that people will stay in the same box forever. Some people will stay in the same box, and that's just where they're supposed to be. But if you're watching this and you want to create something great, You have to stop doing all the dumbass shit. You have to stop wasting your time. You have to become consistent in every single area of your life. I thought in my early 20s and late teens, like I said, it gave me an excuse to do all this other dumb shit because I worked out 4 to 5 times a week, 6 times. Shit, honestly, back then, 6 times a week. It didn't even matter. I could be doing a whole bunch of fuck shit and I would still hit the gym. That's the only thing I was consistent with. And some people might be like, oh, well, that's great. Well, at least you stay active and you work out. But it's so minimal to like what you could actually create. It's so minimal. That's a small, small piece. I could have been creating this YouTube channel. I could have been doing extra work, working on extra skill sets that would have served me better instead of hanging out with the same dumbass people who literally do not exist in my life anymore. They do not exist. They're nowhere to be found. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck was wrong with that version of myself. I'll be completely honest. I don't know what was wrong with him. He had so much angst. He was so angry all the time. He was always moving. I was always driving around, moving around for no fucking reason, going literally nowhere. So again, if you're in your early 20s, 20s in general, just at a certain point in your life where you've been fucking around, squandering all of your potential, wasting so much time, now is the time. If you're watching this video, now is the time to create whatever the fuck you want to do, whether it be YouTube, whether it be social media, whether you're trying to get into a trade, you finally want to go to school, you finally want to start that business, you finally just want to start working on whatever it is that you know that you have to do. Now is your time to do that shit because time will go by so fast. It'll go by so fast. The years go by so fast. And it's not on your side. You have to create everything that you want in your life right now. You have no time to waste. You've already wasted years and years of your life. This is John Woo the Only. I'm sending blessings always. Peace.